All right, so here it is. This is our native rattlesnake to the northeast. It is the timber rattlesnake, and they can be found in the Hudson Valley region, but they like higher elevations. Timber rattlesnakes are snakes that spend their time up in the mountain regions, not down low in the valley. We're filming right now from Saugerties, New York, Ulster County, and there are timber rattler populations living at Overlook Mountain in Woodstock. They live near Hunter Mountain, but not, again, far down south. These are animals, even Mohawk Mountain is another area, Schwangunks, where timber rattlers have their populations. They are amazing snakes, but listen to that rattle while he's got it going. This is a snake that's telling me right now he doesn't want to be disturbed. But as close as I am, I'm like within almost 2 feet, he's not lunging at me. He's not being aggressive at all. So this snake is a little used to people, I'll give him that, but he doesn't like being handled yet. He's still got a little ways to go where he calms down and drops that rattling attitude. The point of bringing that up is to point out that if you are in one of these areas hiking, you might see a sign at the trailhead that said, timber rattlesnakes are located in this area. Stay on the trails. Don't go out into the grass or the leafy areas, because as you can see, his coloration is going to give him good camouflage. And what you're going to hear is that rattle. That's him telling you, get back on the trail. He doesn't want to chase you. He doesn't want to attack you. And he's certainly not going to bite you unless you actually touch him first. So staying on the trails are really important in rattlesnake areas. And like I said, we do have them in New York. And people, hundreds and thousands of people hike these areas every season safely. And many of them will tell me how exciting it is to see a timber rattler and get some really cool pictures. They're really much less offensive than people actually think they are. As far as their coloration, as I mentioned, this guy's got a beautiful chocolate color. I've seen them greenish to yellowish to brownish, and there's even a color phase that's all black. So the telltale sign that you're dealing with a rattlesnake is going to be that rattle. So a little earlier we mentioned that the rat snakes and milk snakes will sometimes shake their tail when they're afraid as well. And you can imagine, now that you heard the sound, if you put them in a forested area, that tail vibrating quickly against the dead leaves can produce a very similar startling sound, not only to a human, but a possible would-be predator. Coyotes, raccoons, even skunks will eat small snakes, birds of prey, all kinds of challenges that these animals have out in the wild. And it gives you a better understanding as why they get defensive, but not aggressive. Also want to point out that timber rattlesnakes are a protected species. So if you are on those state lands and hiking trails and you run into one, don't think you're doing anybody a favor by getting rid of a venomous snake. They control rodent populations, and because they are threatened in our state, their populations are protected, and you should never try to handle or harm a native timber rattlesnake while you're visiting one of our trails here in New York State.